Hi everyone. Today I thought I would talk about Yoko Ono. And I was actually on my main channel, my bigger channel. I was, for the last few months I've been thinking of doing a video on Yoko Ono and her music. But, it doesn't matter. Even on this channel, I'm going to get some negativity. I understand that. Not everyone is a fan of Yoko Ono or her songs, her music. And I totally understand, I totally understand people not liking her music. But that being said, I like her music. And in fact, I love a good portion of it. And so I'm going to go through the albums I have of her with John Lennon and her solo albums too. And they're not in any order. But I'll start with the latest one that I've just bought about a week ago. It's Yoko Ono, Plastic Ono Band, Between My Head and the Sky, a career-defining album. Yoko is at the top of her game in the prime of her life, with a band including Cornelius, Sean Lennon, Yuka Honda, and Eric Frontlander. So there it is there. What I love about the packaging is the shrink wrap is very loose, and so I'm going to keep the shrink wrap on it. I wish they would do that with all CDs. So there it is. So I didn't keep up with her solo career after Season of Glass, which I absolutely loved, and I'm waiting for it to be remastered because it's pretty expensive to buy on CD these days. But they were remastering some of her early solo albums, and I'm hoping that continues. So there's the inside. There's Sean Lennon. And tomorrow I'm doing an unboxing for the Revolver Super Deluxe box set on my main channel, so I hope you watch that. So this comes with a very nice booklet. I've only listened to the CD once. I really enjoyed it. But I'll tell you what my favorite Yoko Ono albums are as we go through this. So yeah, on first listen, like I said, I enjoyed it. I don't know where it would rank. Just, a very nice booklet. It goes on and on and on. And then there's Fly, a double album. I remember my older brother buying this on vinyl back when it came out in the early 70s. He was a fan. In my two older brothers, maybe my oldest brother wasn't a fan of Yoko, but the mid brother never, there was really no negativity in my family. Like some people, oh, she sucks. And, they respected her. And I think at first, maybe a song like Who Has Seen the Wind, the first time I played that was like, ooh, being 12 years old, it's like, oh, that woman can't sing. But then I played it a couple more times and I realized, I started to actually enjoy it, and it's like sweet vocals, And then with something really hard-edged like Why, the first time I heard it, once again, it was like, this is the worst, the worst music I've ever heard in my life. And then, you know, because I'm a John Lennon fan, I would keep playing it. And soon after, I was a fan of the song Why. Yes, even with her screaming, I loved it. And John Lennon's guitar work. So, like I said, this is a double. I love this album. The only thing I will say is the final track Why. The final track Fly, which is over 20 minutes long. It's very, 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 very instrumental. I've had some wine with my dinner. It's very experimental. And actually, the last time I played it was my most enjoyable time hearing it. But there's just some great tracks on this album. Like the opening track is Midsummer New York. It's just like a great rocker, and I think she sings it really well. But there's always going to be people, you know, bashing her. And the thing is, have you actually listened to her song-based music? Because yes, she did a lot of song-based music. It wasn't all crazy experimental stuff. I don't like all of the experimental stuff that her and John Lennon did, but you know, there are fans of even that. We can all like different things and try and get along. And when I bought this a few days ago, I posted it on Twitter and I tagged Sean Lennon and Yoko Ono, and Sean responded. He usually does, you know, if I don't tag him that often. I try not to be a nuisance to him, but he gave me a thumbs up or something. So yeah, this is really good. It's, of course, double fantasy, but it's stripped down. It includes the original remastered and also stripped down with the, you know, I think it was a bit overproduced. So like the title says, stripped down, they take away some of the production and it's much cleaner. John and Yoko's vocals are more up front. And I actually love Yoko's songs more than John's on this. You know, but I love John's songs too, just like Starting Over, Clean Up Time, I'm Losing You is just incredible, and of course Beautiful Boy. But Yoko's songs, Kiss Kiss Kiss, Give Me Something, which Sparks, another band that I love, they did a remix of, and I'm Moving On. Side 2 is a little weaker for me. I'm not as big of a fan of Hard Times Are Over or Every Man Has a Woman Who Loves Him or Beautiful Boys. But overall, you know, great memories. Feeling the Space. Quite a commercial, I guess, you know, kind of commercial, although with Yoko's vocals maybe nobody would say it's commercial. But it's just, like I said, song-based, and it's excellent. All I am saying is give Yoko a chance. This is my favorite Yoko Ono album, and actually, once again with Sean Lennon and Twitter, I mentioned that in one of my tweets, and I tagged him, and he said something like, really? And, you know, I think he was impressed. Yes. This is one of my all-time favorite double albums. You know, if you're curious about Yoko's song-based music, Approximately Infinite Universe is, well, my second favorite. I think my favorite is Season of Glass, but I don't have that in my CD collection. I'm hoping it gets remastered one of these days. And what you have to realize too is other musicians respected Yoko Ono. Eric Clapton, Ringo Starr played on some of her songs. You would think that's John Lennon Plastic Ono Band, but no, it's Yoko Ono Plastic Ono Band. I love this album. And these were remastered just a few years ago, and that's why I'm hoping they get around to remastering more of her albums. And they always come with a nice booklet. And the 3 experimental albums on my other channel, my main channel. I think I was ranking and reviewing all of John Lennon's discography, including his experimental albums with Yoko Ono. And so in the videos, I would listen to the whole album. You know, I'd speed it up for the video, but none of them had good good reviews. So like I said, I don't love everything she's done, but I respect her, and I'm just, you know, never ever gonna say anything negative about her. Just getting organized here. Yeah, it would be kind of cool to have the vinyl for this, but that's the wedding cake you would get on the vinyl. It's upside down here. I've told this story before. Unfinished Music #2, Life with the Lions. I remember seeing this in the record store when it came out, and of course, oh my god, it's a Beatle, right? So I had to buy it. I bring it up to the counter, and I knew the woman that owned the record store. She was a neighbor, and she said, don't buy this because, you know, it's just screaming or whatever. And I ignored her, and I bought it. I brought it home, and side 1 was just over 20 minutes of guitar feedback and her screaming, and I hated it. And I brought it back the next day, and she let me return it. But I think the last time I heard it, Cambridge 1969, I think I was actually enjoying it. Don't tell anybody. at least for me, I'm very, very open to music, from the most commercial pop to crazy stuff like The Residents and Revolution Number 9 by the Beatles, which I really, I don't hate that at all. Captain Beefheart. But I always, like I say, I always totally understand people, a lot of people are not going to like crazy music or experimental stuff. There's Two Virgins. At one time I had the vinyl. I did a kind of a joke because I'd seen it before, but on my main channel there. And I made a funny face. Through the years I'll joke on my other channel about, like Nickelback. But, I seriously, I don't care if, there's obviously fans of Nickelback and Bon Jovi, and it's like, good for you, enjoy the music. It's all whatever you like. And then there's this, which is good, Live Peace in Toronto, 1969. I remember, I never owned the vinyl, but it came with a calendar when it came out. With Eric Clapton and Klaus Voormann and Alan White, who later was the drummer for Yes. Yep, Blue Suede Shoes, Money, Dizzy Miss Lizzie, Your Blues, Cold Turkey, Give Peace a Chance, Don't Worry Kyoko, which I love. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. So I guess this was the calendar. But, through the years, can you imagine the serious hate that, well, they both went through, right? Not just Yoko. I mean, fans of John Lennon and then putting down his wife. It's, I don't know. One more, and I'm hoping in the next few months this comes out remixed sometime in New York City, which I love. And once again, I think overall I enjoy the Yoko Ono songs more than John Lennon songs. My favorite is We're All Water, and then Sisters, Sisters Oh Sisters. But Woman is the N of the World is great by John. It's very controversial, of course, the title and the lyrics. But John Sinclair, Attica State, Sunday Bloody Sunday, The Luck of the Irish, and then the live disc with Frank Zappa, who I'm a huge fan of. Yeah, the sound quality for this, I actually listened to this a couple nights ago, and boxy, if that makes any sense. Yeah, the production isn't the greatest, so I'm hoping it is remixed. There's the booklet, and I am done. Yeah, so for approximately infinite universe, that is when the Elephant's Memory Band that plays on this, I used to think they were okay. They were, a good band. But they really impressed me on Yoko's double album. So maybe some of you will check it out. There may not be much difference. And that is it. So, I don't mind you saying in the comment section, I don't like Yoko Ono's music, but just don't be rude or no hate comments or anything, because it's not nice. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.